So I received a question the other day. Gentleman's going through Esquire, GQ. He's looking at the prices on these items and he's like, Antonio, is it ever worth spending over $1,000 on a particular item for a man's wardrobe? My quick answer is yes. Now there are many things that go into that, and in today's video, gents, I'm going to talk about 5 items which I think you can get a return on investment on even if you spend over $1,000. Gentlemen, I want to stress, you don't have to spend $1,000 on any of the items I'm talking about here to get good quality. But if you have a lot of disposable income, if you travel quite a bit, if you're in a certain industry where these items are paid close attention to and they're kind of part of your uniform, you may find that by investing in certain pieces, doors and opportunities are going to open up to you which wouldn't have otherwise. And that's kind of what I want to bring to your attention and the purpose of this video. Item number 1 that I think it's okay to spend $1,000 or perhaps a bit more on is a perfect fitting suit. So guys, understand that if you're going to go custom or if you're going to go bespoke or if you're going to go with a designer label from a high-end designer brand, that's just the starting price point. And let's talk about each of them. So if you're going to go custom, maybe made to measure, you can find something maybe for half that price, but it's going to be at $1,000 to maybe $1,200 point that you're going to start to get into some of the really nicer ones. Now, when it starts bespoke, this is the art and the craft. And if you go to Savile Row, we're talking $5,000 for a suit. You go to the New York, particular designers in New York, they're going to charge you at least $2,000 to $3,000 for that bespoke or that custom suit. So a lot of things go into this, but understand at this point, part of it also is to show that you can afford this, to show that you're with a certain type of clientele. The fashion designers especially, a lot of them price their suits at a point so that only a certain type of people can work with them. Well, these particular people, they're at a level where honestly $7,000 for a suit isn't even blinking their eye. They want to spend this money because they want to show that they're worth millions of dollars or be able to show that they can be trusted to close deals that are worth millions of dollars. And if you don't think image and clothing matters, welcome to my site because I've talked about it. I've talked about the science of everything that goes in here. And there is something to be said about, hey, this guy's wearing a suit made by Tom Ford. Instantly, for those in the know, he gets a level up. Now, did he earn it and can he maintain it? That's another question. But the point is that a book is judged by its cover. Item number 2, worth spending $1,000 or a bit more on, is going to be leather luggage, bags, items like that. And what's cool about this is if you choose the right one, something that's timeless, something that's classic, you're going to be able to have this for the rest of your life. You take care of it, it's going to look better over time. And that's one of the reasons I think the price here is justified. Basically, you're going to get your return on investment because you're going to use it so many times. In addition, it's going to open up opportunities, compliments. People are going to start to talk to you about your luggage. Now, this bag right here was just under $1,000 and it's made by Colonel Littleton. They have been a sponsor in the past. I love this company, but it's the hardware right here. I actually am pretty selective about when I use this because if I'm carrying this through an airport or I'm carrying this around, I can tell you people stop me and they start to talk to me. And it's just one of those things that if you want something that has character, is made in the United States, these are made over in Tennessee, that's what you're going to pay. That type of bag right there, the leather is from American Buffalo. There's so much, that bag is just oozing character. Now, if you wanted something maybe, and again, I said at the very beginning, you don't even have to spend $1,000. Oftentimes on bags, what you're going to spend that extra money for is sometimes the brand. So understand that Louis Vuitton and some of these other ones, they're going to charge multiple thousands of dollars. Okay, $500, and I didn't say that everything was going to be over $1,000. This bag right here from Blue Claw, made in the United States. I'm going to link to them down below. This one we've gotten tons of miles out of, and I've also got a discount code for a lot of these companies. Colonel Littleton, sorry, don't have a discount code for Blue Claw. I do. Go over to Saddleback, you look at some of that luggage, especially their big suitcases. Those things are amazing. And this one right here, Maxwell Scott, Italian made. They come out of England. They also ship to the United States. I've got I'm going to link to them in the description as well. But companies like this make, in my opinion, when I look at the hardware, I look at the overall build, I look at the compliments, or I note the compliments I get when I'm traveling. All of this, in my opinion, gives them a positive return on investment because I'll be able to use these 20, 25 years from now, pass these on to my kids, and that's pretty darn cool. The third item on this list, gentlemen, is a coat. I do believe you can spend $1,000 or a bit more on a good quality coat and get a return on investment. The reason being is a good quality coat is going to last you 20 to 30 years, and it's worth spending sometimes double to get, yeah, you can walk into a menswear store and maybe find a heavy overcoat that just doesn't look that good on you, falls all over the place, or you can go get something made to measure, something custom. I know I've recommended, I've got my list of tailors, I'll put in the description down below. The point is everyone looks at you, everyone gives you a bit more respect, and it just looks good. And that is worth it, guys. 30 years of compliments on a coat that, yeah, maybe you paid double, which you could have got something cheaper that didn't look, really good on you. You're gonna be perceived as basically a more successful person. And that's what this clothing is about, because you know you're a successful person, but our clothing, these bags, these accessories, all these details just help us project it. Item number 4 on this list, I bet a lot of you guys were waiting for this one, your watch. Now, I do believe, and I've got friends that own $25,000, I've had people write me, talk about their $50,000, their $100,000 watches. I don't own a watch that expensive. Most of my watches are well under the $700 price point, but I will tell you guys that this is real. I have seen friends of mine wear their watches out with them, get compliments. Actually, I've read stories, and I'm gonna link to it in the support article, where a guy actually rents an expensive watch and he notes the number of upgrades, the way people talk to him. He even has a woman hit on him who happens to be in the watch industry, who immediately starts talking about the watch. Little things like that. You don't know about those industries until you get into them. And I can tell you, now that I've kind of gotten into watches, I'm still at an early phase. Oh, and by the way, go grab my free ebook on watches. Plenty right there to get you started as you look to purchase your first $500, $100, or $1,000 plus watch. But I put this information out there, guys, because I want you to make a smart decision. But I will say that watches are one of those things you can go down that rabbit hole and it can get expensive. All right, number 5 on this list, guys, I lied to you. I don't have a number 5 on this list. What I want to hear is from you down in the comments below. Let me know what should be on this list. What did I miss? Because I didn't talk about shoes, and I have seen shoes out there for well over $1,000, but can you justify them? Yes, I think you can. If you get custom, you go with a particular brand, you're able to get 20 to 30 years of wear, but I didn't want to put shoes there because I also thought about jewelry. What about particular rings, necklaces, cufflinks? I know that people spend a lot of money on items like that. So can you justify it? Fragrance. I have seen fragrances that go beyond $1,000. And this one may be a little bit hard, but I know that some of you guys that love fragrance, you're going to say, no, Antonio, it is worth spending this money, because when you wear it to this event, the right people notice, and it can open up doors. And guys, that's what I want to leave you with. I want you to leave you thinking about that. Yes, that may seem like a lot of money, or it may not seem like a lot, $1,000 to spend on one item. But think about the opportunity that it can bring to you. And that's what I wanted to do with this video, is to open up your mind to the way that sometimes, yes, you want to spend a bit more on something, save up for it, but when you get it, when you've got the real thing, you're going to be more confident, you're going to feel good. But remember, guys, don't overextend yourselves. It's about getting what you need, being able to use it, and that's what this channel is all about, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.